it's really about starting at where you are, recognizing where you are. Are you the type of person that serves the needs of those around you before yourself? We have to make sure that we are discovering who we are and what we like and what we need to nourish ourselves. Hi guys, I want to talk to you about how do you know if you are lacking self-care? And it's not that hard, right? You can simply reflect on a time when you were running 100 miles an hour, had a short fuse, and you reacted instead of responding to someone, and then you felt bad after the fact. You weren't very proud of your behavior. So you want to get for yourself that when you don't have self-care and you don't take care of yourself, you have the ability to just not show up the best version of you. So it's important that you recognize those indicators when you're feeling frustrated easily, when you're feeling exhausted, when you are short fused. All of those things are going to contribute to a red flag for you that maybe you need to do some work around nourishing yourself. And that means taking the time that you need to feel good. So it's a lot like hygiene, right? Like we take a shower one day, doesn't mean that we don't take a shower the next day. We actually have to practice the self-care every single day, throughout the day, like woven into our day, making sure that it is part of our lifestyle. So I have people say to me all the time, well, hey, thank you so much, Michelle, for highlighting to me that I have an empty cup, but like, how do I go about filling it? You know, it's really about starting at where you are, recognizing where you are. Are you the type of person that serves the needs of those around you before yourself, right? Like, are you the one who's like making sure everybody has everything they need? And then if there's time, you will do something to take care of yourself. It's hard when we are constantly having to live up to the expectations of other people as well. So you have to really stop and ask yourself, you know, is that what I'm doing? Am I putting everybody else's needs before my own? Or are there expectations from people being placed on me that I have to do certain things, and then if there's time, I will get to myself? It shouldn't work that way. We have to make sure that we are discovering who we are and what we like and what we need to nourish ourselves. And sometimes when I meet with people, they don't have like interests that they like, that they go and do. So there's like no excuse for them to not just continuously care for other people, if that makes sense. So like if you had a hobby or something, or like a book club, or I don't know, a class that you take, like that's your time that you would then go and do that. But oftentimes people don't know what they love to do, so they don't engage in that, and they don't have a pin on the calendar to go and do that, right? So that's difficult, because then everyone else's needs come rushing in, and then you just start taking care of everybody else, and again, you get lost in the sauce. So the first step is really, you want to take a step back and you want to start to look at the schedule of what you're doing. You know, are you primarily taking care of everyone else's needs and there is nothing on your calendar for you? Because there's a great opportunity for you to say, I got to get something on the calendar for me. And so I go back to planning your work, working your plan. If there's something that you want to do, you really have to earmark the time, because other people's needs will come in and take over, especially if you have a kind heart and you're generous and you always want to see other people win. There's nothing wrong with that, but not at the expense of you. So you absolutely want to make sure that you have something that you like to do, you have it earmarked, and you indulge in that. And then it goes also back to the day-to-day things you can be doing for yourself, so you don't find yourself in that state of frustration, exhaustion, or you're short fused because you've got no self-care. So it's the day-to-day things as well, and they don't have to be really long. They could be short, but it's all about making sure that you nourish yourself so you can nourish and love on the people around you, coming from a full cup, not an empty cup. So I hope that offers you something today. Resilience tips are always available to you here with me on my page. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or you have any challenges that you need some help with. I'm always here to help you. Thanks.